Hello, welcome to Richard and Paul's Wednesday thing. No, sorry, I can't think of what this is called, this video. Normally, as you know, it's a Wily Wednesday, but this week it's something different for you. I don't know whether you saw our video on Kew Palace kitchen garden, which was a few weeks ago. We paid a visit to Kew Palace, which is situated within Kew Gardens, and they have a kitchen garden, and they plant in a very specific way, and Paul mentioned it in the video the other day, Sunday Chat. Paul mentioned it in Sunday Chat, and he talked about the fact that we were going to deal with a couple of beds down at the plot. So we did that.
We did.
And we've just got back. I went down the plot. Yes.
And you helped out.
Well, because you asked me to.
Yeah.
And the idea is to emulate the beds at Kew Palace Kitchen Garden, Royal Kitchen Garden, should I say, in terms of mixed planting and surrounding the beds with fragrant plants. So have a little look at this video coming up, which is filmed on location down at the plot, and see what you think. So Paul, tell us what you are going to be putting into these new beds, which are the new Kew Palace beds.
Kew Palace Kitchen Gardens.
So these are the flowering plants.
Yeah. So these are some Hidcote lavender that we got at Home Base last week. 6 in there. They were £8. We got them for £4. These are the yellow buttons, Santolini, and they came as plugs, and I just put them into this soil. You see the plugs? And I just put them into this compost as soon as they arrived, because I knew we wouldn't be filming this for a few days. And then at the back here we have thyme, again in plug plants. And then we also got these rather disappointing lavenders. I think we're just going to use these to infill, but as you can see, I think 2 of them,
they'll take a while.
2
won't
are
they?
okay, 2 may survive and 2 will possibly.
Yeah.
So what we're going to be doing is we're going to place these around the beds over there, and we're going to plant them very close to the edges to give us as much room in the middle as possible, where we're going to be sowing seeds. Now these are all vegetable seeds. We're going to be growing Madania spinach, fennel, swede, kohlrabi, Swiss chard, a long black radish, kale, turnips, and a monoruba beetroot, which I think it's monoruba because you only get one seed germinating from each of the seeds. So we're going to be putting those in. You can't see, I have actually done a little diagram here saying what the rows are. So fennel, kohlrabi, spinach, beetroot, what's that say? Swede, chard, black radish, turnip, and cavolo nero, as I should pronounce it correctly. So right, we're going to get on and do that now.
Great. So on this next part, you'll see Paul and I stretching over the beds and sowing the seeds. Now we've sown, I mean, for the plants around the outside, it's not really the most ideal time of year to put those plants in, is it really? Because they're not going to take off this year particularly, are they?
They will find themselves a home this year.
And, they'll settle in.
Yeah, and then grow on next year. But all of the seeds that we've sown today will come up for the autumn, hopefully. Some are a bit late. Will come up for the autumn and then carry on growing, most probably go into a little hibernation and then sort of start us off for the hungry gap in some cases, particularly the leafy ones. But the radish and the swede and the kohlrabi and spinach should all come up for this year.
For this autumn.
Yeah.
So the beds really are...
and the Florence fennel as well. Yeah.
So the beds really are for things that you can sow now.
Yeah.
That can be sown now for an autumn harvest. So hopefully we'll see the benefits of that. But the fragrant plants around the outside are primarily used as companion plants.
Yeah.
For hopefully warding off,
deterring
the nasties.
Yeah, deterring the slugs and snails that don't particularly like them.
So they might not be. What I'm saying is they may not be as effective as they are going to be
this year,
following years.
Yeah.
When they're established and really giving off a fragrance.
Yeah.
So that's really just to get them established, and we may have to add more.
Well, I think we may need to add more, but also the beds are very narrow. They're only 1.2 metres wide.
Yeah.
So obviously a lavender can actually quite happily take up about 50 centimetres.
But you could keep that lavender trimmed down.
So we'll keep it trimmed down. Or we may sort of trim it so that it goes sort of along the edge rather than go inside.
And in effect, I guess, training it into a sort of little mini hedge.
Yeah.
A hedgelet. Around the outside of the raised no-dig beds.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I mean, when we were planting the plant, the soil in one bed has got quite a lot of sand in it because that had quite a lot of the manure from Hanwell Zoo.
Right.
Which we got, and the other one was much lighter.
Why does that make it sandy?
Well, because there some of the bedding with the animals there, meerkats and things like that, has got sand in it.
Okay.
So effectively, when that bedding got thrown out, that the compost was quite sandy.
But that's quite good for the Mediterranean plants.
Yeah, they'll quite like that.
Yeah.
Where the other one was much lighter. Wasn't it? The was much lighter.
Very dry, both of them.
We just haven't had any rain for weeks.
There's been very little rain. We had a couple of showers.
Yeah, but
overnight.
They sort of do something on the surface and then don't really penetrate. Get down below.
And okay, so you've seen that bit of us planting the seeds. What kind of depth were we planting them? I mean, there were a couple of variations, but it's basically an inch, isn't it?
Yeah, it's half an inch
to an inch.
I'm not too fussed about exactly how things go. You saw we just do a trench and then put the seed in.
Sprinkle the seeds in and then cover them over and pat it down and then water.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you'll see the video of us sort of finishing up and pour watering, and this is kind of how the beds have finished up.
And how long did that take us?
A couple of hours.
Yeah, maybe about an hour and a half, and then I prepped the beds mostly about an hour a week ago.
Yeah, so the beds were already ready for.
Yeah.
They were nice and what do they call it? A fine tilth.
Yeah, they were prepared, so they were great. The good thing is that is now all of our beds are now full. So that's great. There are some things that are going to come out. So we've got some early potatoes in one of our edge beds which will come out, and we will be putting, I think, broccoli rabe 60 days into that, which I've just sown. We're going to be doing some more beetroot, which we're going to try and polytunnel. We've done some lettuce, 2 types of lettuce seeds, one from a frisée lettuce from Shaz at the Kingstone 8, and some romaine lettuce. But really, that's our. It's quite a relief to get this done today, because it really is the last job to have got done, and now it's weeding, keeping on top of watering, and
Tidying up.
well, it's pretty tidy.
It's relatively tidy. It's not as tidy as Vivi's.
I don't think it will ever be as tidy as Vivi's.
No.
Until I buy that new shed.
Let's just get over the expense of having to buy a new dishwasher, Paul. Paul managed to rip the door off the dishwasher yesterday with brute force. By accident, because it jammed. So he pulled it with force, and it basically came off and completely broke. The metal warped.
Yeah.
It's outside now on the drive because we've had to buy a new one. Because life without a dishwasher is not worth living.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's not.
What?
You what?
I just don't know how it happened.
You pulled it too.
I know, but I didn't.
Too much force.
Well,
It was jammed, wasn't it, somehow?
no, the door sort of didn't seem to be opening, and I thought, oh well, maybe it's just, needs a little tug.
Maybe I'll just pull it with brute force and rip the whole thing off.
It's quite impressive that I was able to do that.
The metal is bent
Yeah.
and warped, and the door is just knackered. It's being picked up tomorrow, and the new one's being delivered. There goes the holiday money.
Yes. Oh, we're not having that. We're not going to the south of France now. No, we're not going to south.
We're having a dishwasher instead. It's much more important as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I just don't know how it happened.
No, and let's move on now.
Yeah.
So there you go. Our new beds in the style of Kew Palace Royal Kitchen Garden. Learning from Kew all the time.
Yeah. One of our allotment holders, she actually designed the 20th century garden at Hampton Court Palace, and Hampton Court Palace is one of the royal palaces, and Kew Palace is another royal palace.
Oh,
and she
historic
did say,
royal palace.
Historic royal palace, yeah. HRP.
Yes.
And she did say that she was going to speak to the person who does the kitchen gardens at historic royal palaces.
So we can have a personal tour.
So we can have we can give her a she could come to us, and we could give her a personal tour of our 4.8 by 1.2 metre.
I don't think she'd be terribly
Kew
impressed.
Palace kitchen gardens inspired beds.
I don't think she'd be terribly impressed at the moment, seeing as we don't even know whether it's going to grow. We'll give you an update as soon as things start to grow, and I think we will need to put more plants around the perimeter. I feel this. I think it will need more.
Okay. Well, we haven't got any money for any more. So
No, I know, but I think it will need more for it to be an effective barrier to those pests.
Well, of course, if they do grow a little bit this year, which I'm sure they will, I mean, there's another 2 months of growing, then what we will be able to do is take cuttings this year
And create more plants.
to overwinter to put in next year. So that's what we'll do.
Okay,
No money required.
you'll be doing.
I'll be doing that, yeah.
So we hope you enjoyed that, and we hope you enjoyed these little extra bits of footage from the plot for you to enjoy. And we'll see you very soon. We'll see you on Friday. Friday for Friday Chat Live with
Friday
me.
Live.
Friday
Richard.
Live. Sorry, my brain's gone now. Yeah, the live show on Friday, and then at some point very soon you're going to get a special, the gardening Q&A with our special guest star Vivi from What Vivi Did Next and Vivi's Kitchen Garden. Exciting, huh? We're looking forward to it. We're going to have fun till the cows come home.
Wasn't that a Beach Boys song?
No, that was She'll Have Fun till her daddy takes the T-bird away.
All right.
Yes.
What is a T-bird?
It's a car.
Oh, right, okay. Thunderbird.
Yeah.
Is that a Thunderbird?
I think so.
Oh,
yeah.
right. I didn't know that.
There we are. So that's all lovely. Thank you very much for watching.
I'll be joining you on a train on Friday.
What?
Because I'll be on my way back from Bristol.
Oh, Paul's got a thing to go to, haven't you? What are you going to, Paul?
I've got a Social Farms and Gardens board meeting.
Board meet. That's what he says anyway.
So we've got a senior staff meeting tomorrow and board meeting on Friday. So I'll be typing and listening.
Looks like I'll be... Oh, right, yeah, okay. So it looks like I'll be installing that dishwasher all alone.
Well, you never know. What's Mario might turn up
I
with
could
the
ask him.
thingy, yeah.
I'm covered in filth, Paul.
Well, have you washed?
No, we've just got in. Bits of branches
Well, I
and
have. I've washed my hands.
dirt and things.
I do have a cut.
Probably got creatures in my hair that desperately needs washing. That's it for now.
Oh, and I've made myself a cup of tea as well.
We're going to edit this video. I am.
Well, no, you are. I'm going to make supper because we have an evening social at the community gardens this evening. So whilst you're editing and uploading,
And Instagramming and Facebooking.
I'll be tackling bindweed.
I'll be working.
I'll be tackling bindweed.
But I'll be working too. Yes. We're going now. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.